Welcome to FundMyComic. And today's video, we asked the question, why all the intolerance? And uh, the perfect person to answer all of this with, let's just call it basically corporate intolerance that people are now experiencing today is Mr. William Dale About with the campaign on FundMyComic called Virtue Signal NPC. Hello, Will.
Hello.
How you doing? Great. It's
Good.
awesome to be able to talk to you about this.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I don't know if I
Yeah.
have an answer as to why the corporate intolerance.
No,
I can tell you all about how it happened.
yes, it's just going to be interesting uh, to hear what happened to you. And just so because people don't understand why people have to put up with this crap just to sell a simple product in the U.S. It's amazing.
Mm,
And your case seems to be one of the most extreme that I've heard.
yeah.
Let's see. Kickstarter, you've had fun with Kickstarter. You've had
Uh-huh.
fun with even Google. You've
Yeah. Quartermaster Logistics kicked me
and
out.
and what other ones?
Oh my goodness. Well, let's start at the beginning, shall we?
Sure.
Um, well, I used to be a graphic designer, and I used to have representation, right? For illustrators, and then in 2016, or was it 2015? I backed the wrong candidate for
Oh,
president. Right? It was it was like at the eve, it was the day. It was the day Orange Man turned from being like clown candidate to like Hitler candidate. Right? It was like that when that changeover happened. Remember in like 2008 or whatever when people like creators would like they would back their candidate and you'd have like Obama girl, remember Obama girl, like Ron Paul girl, right? And illustrators do the same thing. They'd like pick their guy. It was an easy way to get clicks, right? This guy supports this candidate, so if you support that candidate, you like click 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 click. Click. And I picked Trump as my guy, right? I put a big old banner, and yeah, and wow, it's like that morning, boom, the switchover happened, and all of a sudden he became like, you know, um, the most horrible person who ever lived. And I just everybody like I lost my representation, I lost all my clients, I lost my business basically.
wow.
Yeah, I lost everything. It like boom. I had no idea what was going to happen,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
might have done it anyway. But
all my life there was always two sides to politics, and you could boost either side. And all of a
yeah,
sudden in 2016, that wasn't possible anymore. It's really
no,
bizarre.
yes, well, yes, very bizarre
Yeah.
and unfortunate. So I guess given the option of starving to death or switching careers, I chose to switch careers. And I had some money saved up, so I wasn't going to starve to death. And like started putting all my time into making this game, which took me about 2.5 years to get it all together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm much faster at it now, but it was all very new to me.
Yeah. But it definitely shows. It shows that there's a lot of thought in this game.
Thank you very
I
much.
wouldn't be laughing so much at it if it's something that was slapped together. It's really
Yes,
incredible.
it's story of my life, really. That
so
comes from here.
so let's talk about Kickstarter. Have
Okay.
you had? Did you have successful campaigns
Oh
before?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, before Kick. No, it was my very first campaign. I had never even visited Kickstarter before. Um, I knew a guy who had done it, and was like, what do you need? Like, well, you need to make a thing, and you need to prototype it, and then you need to make a video, and that's pretty much it. And then you just hold your fingers and cross your fingers and hope for the best. And I did, and within like a week, the game was trending number 7 across the entire website. It was on the front page, right?
And
Um,
this is this the game or NPC?
the first one, Virtue Signal, the game.
This is Virtue Signal, the game,
Yeah,
and
this
what
was 2018.
2018. Okay.
This is 5 years ago. And yeah, I started getting like newspapers started calling me. Peter Thiel bought a copy and he wanted to talk to me about it. Like all these famous people, and that as soon the instant that I hit the goal,
Mhm.
boom, they dropped me like to the bottom of the list. Like I don't want to flex too much, but I may be the first person shadow banned on a crowdfunding site. I don't think they had the mechanism to do that, but I think they invented one just for me.
Yeah, coded it just for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you could find me in search, but if you browsed games, I was listed at the very end.
So you were able to fund.
Oh
You're
yeah,
able to make your goal
it
because
made
making these
$42,000, I think.
okay because making these card games is not cheap. They're very bulky from what.
Well, it's more expensive than a comic book.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very important to meet a goal because
Yes,
if you
yes,
don't, it doesn't make sense necessarily to go on with the game.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we hadn't have been shadow banned, we were projected to go to like 300,000. Oh well.
Incredible. Just incredible.
Never see anything like that again. Well, we'll never know because we're gonna make FundMyComic that platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate it. So you went on to create the original game,
Uh-huh.
and then you decided to do Virtue Signal NPC. Did you bring Did you bring that to Kickstarter or just
Well,
Indiegogo?
uh, after the original game, then came Deplorables. I did put that on Kickstarter first, and this was during the BLM rise. It was clear like they had shadow banned me like from the very beginning,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay. So we moved over to Indiegogo, which had a reputation of being less censorious than
Hmm.
Kickstarter, and that funded not as much as the first time, but because it's a smaller platform, but it funded and did not lose money,
Okay.
gratefully. Uh, yeah, and then sometime after I canceled that campaign, like Kickstarter, they banned my account. And let's see. I suppose you want to know that. Well, a lot of the people who fund through Kickstarter end up what do you call fulfilling their business through a place called Quartermaster Logistics, which is like this huge fulfillment center out of
Okay.
Florida. And this was right about Brexit time. I won't bore you with the details, but they were trying to pull a scam, and I said I don't want to. The scam was that because of Brexit, you have to pay extra. We're not going to ship to the UK anymore because we're not allowed, which is not true. Like,
Yeah.
but they send you to this other website. You can pay an extra fee for the privilege of shipping to the UK, right? And I
Mm.
went through. I went and I looked through all the relevant laws and like I quizzed this woman from this, and it's a scam. It was a scam. Like I'm not doing this. And that got the attention of the CEO, who said, "Wait, Intel Riot Studios, Virtue Signal the game, get out of here!" Canceled my contract and sent me packing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you've even had trouble with Google.
Oh yeah. I tried running that ad, the first one the one that starts with white supremacy, and Facebook has. I'll get to Facebook. But yeah, Google saw that and they banned me for life. And Twitter also. I am still banned. All my
Jeez.
business tools are still banned on Twitter, despite the amnesty. I am not permitted to sell on Amazon.
Oh,
Yeah, let's see
not
what
not
else.
allowed. Not allowed.
Not
Can,
allowed.
if somebody else uh, was to take your game and try to sell it themselves on Amazon,
I'm sure they can try.
would it get flagged?
I'm not sure. when I put in like my business, the name of the company is Incel Riot Studios, and the name on the bank account is Incel Riot Studios. People look at that and go, "Ee!"
Oh, but even
It gets
Amazon,
canceled.
this
Oh
is
yeah,
amazing. It really
yeah.
is.
Even the banks, like I try to transfer money to people, and it just gets canceled
Well, okay,
all the time, all the time
because of Incel Riot
because of the
Studios.
name. I'm sure. I can't think of any other reason because it's all legit.
What the?
Oh yeah, happens all the time. I used
Yeah,
to have
amazing.
a YouTuber that I'd send payments to on a regular basis. He would run ads. Then he got canceled. I hope not because of me. Mr. Obvious, right? Mr. Obvious used to be like this rather popular like right wing YouTuber, and he ran my ads for a while. And I would send him money every week, and every time, boom, like bank account suspended. So I had to have my bank guy on a hotline. I was like, "Why does this keep happening?" Well, it's not our fault. Somebody upstream. You know?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, constantly.
And so let's see what else we have. We have what is okay, Game Found.
Okay, now I got to get to. I have another game, a bigger game. I wish I had it to
Hmm.
show you. Called Portland Occupied Zone. I took all the money that I took out of Virtue Signal. I poured it all into making like this much bigger game. It's got minis, right? It's got a board and like 300 cards, and I'm going to put it up on FundMyComic eventually. Um, you know, see how well it does, just so people can see it. And yeah, it's like the anti-Antifa game, right? which is even more upsetting than the original game. It was the game it was only the game I always wanted to make for myself, right? And yeah, I put that up on. Well, I made another account. I put it up on Kickstarter, and they killed it immediately. And then I said, well, let's try GameFound, which is another crowdfunding site just for people who make board games. And they approved the campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they approved my account. They approved all the details. And like a couple days before it went live, some guy emails me. He's like, I see you have a campaign running on Indiegogo. Like, I can't approve this until you verify that, this game actually shipped, like trying to accuse me of fraud, basically. And so I sent him like, photos of the inside of the container truck, like all these things, all the boxes. There they are, there they go. And like, here's a guy with this game going like this. I was like, oh, okay. I guess it's all right. And then like 24 hours, like it's got their site has like the countdown, like before the thing goes live. And not only they killed the campaign, but they canceled my account, and they banned my whole domain. They banned my email, so I can't create any new accounts.
And most likely all because of a right
Oh, they
wing
told me
or
that
right.
was why. They told me that was why.
They actually told you.
Some Antifa people said me being anti-Antifa means I'm pro-fascist. Like that makes sense.
Incredible. Just to make some fun little games,
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just satire, guys.
Yeah, exactly. But if you don't have a sense of humor, satire goes way over your head. And let's see, did we already talk about BGG?
Board Game Geek. Oh, them. Yeah, that was the first campaign. I was banned before the game even went to print. Yeah, they tried to accuse me of some stuff, and I went in there. I made an account like to go defend myself, and I was banned within 40 minutes. Still banned.
Okay. Yeah, because over here on the comics side, we have people, trouble with Kickstarter and trouble with Indiegogo.
I've heard they've gotten bad since.
Yeah, but I haven't heard any stories like this. One site after another, basically singling out a person for, again, a funny little game in politics. So what? It's just amazing.
Facebook banned all my accounts.
What
Not only
time?
they banned all my accounts. This would have been after the printing of the first game, and then I started running their ad department. I guess they're hard up for money or whatever, but their ad department was very cool about. They always approved the video, the first one we watched. Like they approved it and it ran on the site. So, but their trust and safety people did not agree. I guess they must work in different buildings, right? So there was a couple of times where the ad people would approve the ad and it would run, but then the trust and safety people would censor it. So it would like sharing a censored ad out to like 50,000 people. And then finally I got that page up to like almost 5,000 people. Poured a lot of money into Facebook, right? And it like grew that thing up, and then they just yanked it. Not only did they destroy the page, they banned my domain, and they banned my devices. I could not create a account on Facebook for the longest time, and I finally figured out that it was the MAC address on my phone. They had banned me down to like I don't know how they did it.
Wow.
Maybe I don't know what happened, but like I had to get a new phone to be able to get back on Facebook.
So it sounds like they seriously singled you out.
Oh yeah. They only do that to like white supremacist sites or like piracy sites. Get that treatment.
Wow. And the time frame, was this around the campaign 2020?
This would have been about 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. It's just amazing. It really is. Again, that an American has to go through all this crap.
Well,
you know?
I am trying to make them mad. It is deliberate. I'm doing my best.
But the U.S. has a history of being able to poke fun at people for their politics. So
yes, yes, it did.
Why is this all of a sudden? It's just amazing. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I think things are finally starting to turn back around.
I hope so.
People have had enough.
Because it's just getting disgusting, Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have fun with politics at somebody else's expense.
Right. Well, yes. On the other hand, opportunity for somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add, William?
Oh gosh, about being canceled? So much. I've forgotten most of it. Completely forgotten most of it. Nothing's coming to me at the moment.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. And I think people are going to really enjoy this video and your experience, just learning about it. So thank you so much, William.
You're welcome.